Greetings! Welcome to the devlog for Experimental Build 5 of Update 120 of Hot Dogs, Horseshoes, and Hand Grenades. We're going to start off as always with a quick sound check. Make sure your speakers aren't up too high. Wonderful. So what have we got for you this week? Well, I have finally put a new gun in the game, and part of the reason for that is I went back and retuned and re-implemented a gun system that I had implemented inconsistently in the past, and decided to move up one of the firearms that we had in production for the eventual 1.0 launch to now, because it just made the most sense. So let's take a look at this new beauty. You already know it if you've taken a look at the thumbnail for the devlog. I give you a KHYBER Pass Special Martini Henry Obrez. That's right, it is a Martini Henry that has been cut down into a pistol form factor and rechambered in 303. And we can see that the 303, what would that be, proof mark, caliber mark, has been used prodigiously on this to decorate it, just like a whole bunch of the actual antique pieces. So the real life equivalent of this would have been about, you know, turn of the century kind of thing. And these were this is what happens when you've got leftover weapons of empire that find new lives in new contexts and a culture of incredibly inventive gunsmiths. So, huge thanks to Colin for this beautiful piece. So let's load this up. This has been rechambered in 303, so we're going to pop a 303 in there, pull that back like so, and bam! Oh wow, did we 10 ring that? Yes, we did. Wonderful. On the first try. I know some of you are like, Anton, another single shot weapon. What is it with single shot weapons and you? I make this game to reload, and you never have to reload as frequently. That last shot, ooh, that was off. As with a single shot weapon. Wonderful. So yeah, so along this lines, you see me manually operating this because this is a small one in a pistol form factor. But let's take a look at the Papa version of this, which has been re-implemented. Basically, we have two falling block weapons in the game. We've got this Sharps cartridge conversion, and we have the Martini Henry, and these have been using in-game very different firearm systems because of the time that I implemented them. I believe the Martini Henry has been using the existing lever action code, which didn't work super well, and the Sharps had been using, I think, just like the same code as like the flare gun or something like that. And so I rewrote this from scratch. So let's talk about what is different about it. And it's just largely about sort of feel and smoothness. So this is a single shot weapon. This cocks on open, I believe. And so the first way to cock this would be just to release your firing hand, grab the loop down here, pull it forward like so, grab our round like this, insert it. And then when we pull this back, I automatically transfer your interaction to the firing hand. So it is designed to make this significantly faster to operate if you're into pulling the lever forward manually, just like the Rio 1. Incidentally, this was inspired by actually getting some hands-on time with one of these for the first time. So that should increase your speed a little bit. The other thing you can do is I've implemented something kind of akin to quick bolting with this, insofar as if you click, what would that be, the BY button or up on your touchpad or joystick, if you're in classic control mode, it will transfer your interaction automatically to the lever. So I click that button like so, and if I want to free myself from this, I can just pull my hand forward away from it like that for speed. Bam! Wham! Fast enough to fight with this and take a hold with. So yeah, So that's that with the Martini, and obviously here is with the Sharps, which is in 45-110. This is a different type of falling block mechanism, but the principle's the same. We can grab this manually to open it. Oops, wrong round. Insert a round in like so. Pull that closed. Cock our hammer. And fire. You can use forward on my touchpad like that while pulling my hand forward. So you actually have to move your hand forward now to pop that open while having it as an interaction. So this should make these feel a little more physical, a little more immersive, a little more realistic, because that is what we are all about here in H3VR. Wonderful. So yeah, so that is the primary new thing for this week. One thing, because some of you may find it be like, what's going on here, Anton? There is an unfinished thing here under utility. Oh, did I not? That's interesting. Did I not actually I might not have put it in the item spawner yet. Maybe it's under props? No. Well, that's easy. So I have been working on a Sosig mannequin that I swear I actually had put in the item spawner, but I must have messed up its thing. If you open the toolbox right now, under the tool panel, there is a new panel here called Sosig Quinn. It is not done yet, so don't mess with this panel. I needed to have it in here before I could begin the coding work on it. But I'll explain more next week what that's for. Some of you can probably guess why you would want a placeable, posable, dressable Sosig. But it ties into our user content tools. But I don't have it operational yet, so you can't really play with it yet. Man, I swear I thought I had put it in there. Let me jump over to the proving ground real quick. I'm a complete dingus. It was here. I just hadn't assigned its icon yet. So there it is. Over here, it's Sosig Quinn. If we spawn one of these right now, it spawned inside me. This is a physical object that spawns already kinematically locked, so it doesn't fall against gravity. But the individual links of it are posable. And I'm in the process of making it such that you'll be able to use that panel that I mentioned to be able to put any Sosig outfit on it. And this is going to be the workflow for actually designing a Sosig outfit, is being able to actually just be right in game, use that panel, apply different pieces of clothing to a maquette, take a picture of it, and use that to save it down to a workshop item. But obviously, to get that working, we've been simultaneously working on the back end for saving loading that, and I've been working on the front end of some of our tooling that involves this. Also, I guess if you just want to like set up a whole bunch of them in a scene, take pictures, do ridiculous things, you'll be able to do with that as well. So everyone wave to the Sosig Quinn. Cool. Let's jump out of VR and talk about all of the bug fixes that are in, and a bunch of changes, some take and hold stuff, etc. That are in this build, but I want to talk about them without an HMD in my face. Yo! So, out of VR, what else is going on? This was another huge bug fix week, so thank you so much to everyone who has been reporting this stuff. We had a couple fun ones this past week. There was like an array out of index error that was causing at certain take and hold levels an infinite explosive amount of Sosigs, like a wall of meat to be spawned in the spawn position until the game basically lagged out and crashed. I haven't actually had that one occur in, I don't know, maybe years. It's always eldritch and horrible when it does wonderfully horrible when it happens. But that's been fixed. I fixed, first off, from a gameplay standpoint, I tweaked take and hold scoring again. Some bugs in how the scoring was being tabulated have been fixed. The ranges have been tweaked. So for those of you who've been like playing around and making, testing to see if the score ranges feel good and feel interesting, give this new schema a shot. Fix some things with the take and hold, ammo reloading, reloader, and object constructor. Just some stuff related to how they update, how they detect various objects. Fix a bunch of metadata. Fix some stuff with the M76. Some visual effects that were not following the correct point on some revolvers. There's a whole bunch of stuff in the changelog here. I won't bother enumerating all of it, but suffice to say, it's some good stuff. Yeah. So what's up next for us is that we've got some more scary backend changes. There's some changes to the way the item spawner will actually work as it relates to saving and loading files, where those file locations are, how the interface is. Nathan has been hard at work at that. So those changes will be in next week's build, as well as some of the stuff that, as I said, I'm working on for this Sosig Quinn, to just put together the tools for you folks to be able to make cool stuff. It is finally coming together. So now for our favorite segment every week. It is Hot Dog or Not Dog, and we have the first of our Thanksgiving season ones. I don't know about you, but my favorite thing about Thanksgiving food wise is not Thanksgiving Day. It's like the 3 to 4 days afterwards, where you have all those Thanksgiving leftovers in the fridge and you get to just pile them all together as a sandwich. So to ease into this, I thought what would be great, and alongside that, implicitly, is what you're going to have is a whole lot of turkey gravy in the fridge for a while. And for some reason, despite turkey gravy being awesome, there's like one time a year that we decide to all eat turkey gravy, and then just we forget about it, I guess. It doesn't make any sense to me. And so our hot dog or not dog today, I have a wonderful little glass ramekin here of turkey gravy. The base, I just got the Trader Joe's one, but then I flavor blasted it a little bit, some more herbs, some spices, a little bit of nutmeg. It is a little bit of cream. And so instead of pouring it on, we're just going to dip a whole hot dog directly into turkey gravy, and we're going to see how this is. So here we go. Hot dog or not dog, turkey gravy dip. Let's see how good this is. Oh, yeah. I mean, you could dip almost anything in turkey gravy, but the sweetness of a hot dog roll, the porkiness of or actually, no, these are beef hot dogs, I think. I need to check, but oh yeah. That is a hot dog. This is a fantastic way to eat a hot dog. I feel as though American society has realized there are a number of great things to dip in gravy. You know, a roast beef sandwich, onion rings, French fries. But we stop there. We limit the horizons of our ambitions in regards to dipping things in gravy. And so if I could have you all take one thing from this week's video, a challenge, as it were, it would be to find something that you love eating that you have never dipped in a little container of gravy, and go dip it in gravy and try it and tell me if it's worth doing. I would love to hear that. So that's your challenge for this week, is dippable gravy experience. So anywho, I hope you all have a wonderful week, a wonderful weekend playing around with the new toy and the new take and hold scoring stuff. And I will, as always, have some more stuff for you next week. Peace.